Hello everyone, I'm proud to present the video abstracts of the finalists for this year's Venous Research Pump Priming Competition. This is brought to you in collaboration between the Royal Society of Medicine Venous Forum and the Vascular Society of Great Britain and Ireland. Applicants were invited to submit research proposals based on the JLA research prioritisation exercise. The finalists will present their video abstract and their proposal, along with answering questions at a special prize session at this year's ASM in Dublin on the 22nd of November from 11:20 in the morning. The winner will receive £4,500 in pump priming funding, and all viable projects will be supported by the Venous SIG up to the level of a full funding proposal and beyond. Please come along and join us in supporting these future research leaders. Thank you.
The delivery of varicose vein services in England is inadequate. A recent study reported thousands of people each year are denied access to varicose veins treatment, and over 70% of commissioning bodies are non-compliant with NIHR guidance. This is costing an estimated £58 million in health benefit each year. Improving access to varicose vein surgery is a #1 health priority identified by patients and clinicians. The study further went on to report that only 18% of variation was due to commissioning policy. This proposal will explore what accounts for the other 82%. In Workstream 1, the typical patient journey will be mapped from diagnosis to treatment to understand bottlenecks in the system. In Workstream 2, key stakeholders will be interviewed to understand their perception of varicose vein service delivery and perceived importance. Results will then be used to develop a multi-stakeholder intervention designed to improve access to varicose vein care in England. This will be funded through an NIHR HSDR funding stream. We cannot go on ignoring the disparities in access to care this underserved population face.
We hope that you'll support our quest to build an evidence-based venous consent process. The first part of this survey already resulted. A national survey of vascular consultants shared little consensus when consenting for superficial venous intervention. We target vascular patients UK-wide and keep it patient-focused, best interests in mind. To clarify where their priorities lie, we'd involve representatives of PPI. Information will be gathered from interviews, a face-to-face with focus groups, a hybrid approach with online Zoom. We'd fund refreshments, travel and time, reimbursements in line with NIHR guidelines, improving access to high-quality standardised care, building patients' autonomy, empowering shared decision-making and signposting to educational tools, addressing JLA questions 1 and 2. So we hope that you'll support our quest to build an evidence-based venous consent process.
Over 500,000 people in the UK live with a venous-like ulceration, a number that has doubled in the past 10 years, with costs reaching £2.7 billion annually.
The JLA exercise showed that the prevention and healing of the damage from venous disease and the healing of venous ulcers were important, while speeding up wound healing was also imperative.
Our study group are working together to investigate biomarkers of oxidative stress and inflammation in venous-like ulcers of patients treated within the Black Country, with laboratory support from the Aston University.
We hope to pull together as many sampling techniques as possible within one study. This has not been attempted before. We'll use multiple sampling techniques to compare biomarkers of inflammation and oxidative stress present in venous leg ulcers.
We believe that by understanding the presence and levels of cytokines, MMP and oxidized lipids, we will be able to better understand why ulcers heal and don't heal. Thank you for considering this proposal.
A fifth of patients in the leg ulcer clinic will have mixed arteriovenous ulceration, and we're often unsure of the most appropriate treatment algorithm for these patients when we see them. This uncertainty reflects the quality of evidence available for the management of this condition, which can be described as scanty and contentious. And no wonder, as we've excluded these patients from randomized trials on leg ulceration. However, if we look at the populations in these landmark papers over the last 2 decades, we can see that the population of patients with mixed ulcers matches that of patients who were included in these studies. The prize money should be used to lay the foundation for randomized trial on patients with a mixed arteriovenous ulceration, beginning with a survey of current practice. This will answer several JLA priority questions, including the top one, how to provide patients with evidence-based specialist assessment and treatment for their venous disease. Thank you.
This project will address the venous JLA priority question number 7, how can we get leg ulcers to heal more quickly? Ideal treatment methods for venous leg ulcers should provide rapid healing with low recurrence rates. Current evidence shows that ultrasound-guided foam sclerotherapy to the subalcer plexus is a safe and effective procedure. Here are some pictures demonstrating the benefits of subalcer plexus foam, and a recent audit at GSCT showed at least 80% healing at 8 weeks following this treatment. However, the literature states that randomized controlled trials are currently needed to establish these findings. We propose a randomized controlled trial for ultrasound-guided foam sclerotherapy to the subalcer plexus. This will be a blinded RCT with 2 arms using saline as a placebo. Truncal reflux will be excluded and patients will be grouped into competent and incompetent deep venous groups. There will be a crossover at 12 weeks into the treatment arm if the patient has not achieved more than 50% ulcer healing at this time point. The primary endpoints will look at ulcer healing times and recurrence, and this project will form part of a funded PhD. In addition to this project will aim to address how patients with chronically occluded deep veins and leg ulceration could be better managed, and look at whether maintenance foam sclerotherapy could help to prevent episodes of breakdown. We'll also be looking at whether ultrasound-guided foam sclerotherapy is an intervention which could be safely and effectively delivered by appropriately trained vascular specialist nurses, and the impact this could have on improving waiting times and ulcer healing rates for ulcer patients.